Hello Pisces, welcome to your relationship reading. I'm just going to do what I normally do. I'm going to do your energies, their energies, the energies in between. We're going to clarify, okay? So what's going on in Pisces world? What's going on in their relationship? The moon coming up in your own reading in reverse, okay? So the moon being the Pisces card, okay, when it comes up upright, that tells me like you're standing in your power, everything's great. In reverse, it tells me, oh, you could be dealing with a Cancer with this Chariot coming up. The moon in reverse tells me that there might be things hidden, like things you don't know about. Like this feels really subconscious, like things about your world that you're ignoring, okay? You might have dove into that fantasy world, right? But this feels like you're having a hard time coming back down to earth. At the same time, it's followed by the Chariot, so there's fast movement, okay, towards something. You could also, like I said, be dealing with a Cancer or a Scorpio with the Death card coming up. To me, this kind of looks like you're running quickly towards an ending. And with that Moon card in reverse, it's like you might not be aware of it, okay? So I don't know if this is like self-sabotage, or if you're trying to end something, okay? But with that moon in reverse, I would be careful that you're acting in a way that you want your reality to reflect. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so one more for Pisces. Really strong cards, by the way. All major arcana. All right, and then the Knight of Cups in reverse. You're not giving your love to a situation anymore. It feels like, you know, there's a lot of denial in regards to a situation, maybe in your relationship, okay? Feels like denial or hidden motives, hidden desires, okay? Maybe you're not aware that you're running towards this ending, okay? But what I'm seeing is that you're no longer giving your heart to the relationship. So you might still be like literally in a relationship, but what this tells me is that you've withdrawn your heart and like you're moving quickly away in another direction, and that could cause an ending to your relationship, okay? So that's what I have there. Really strong cards, okay? So I'm just going to do their row, see what kind of energy they're in before we move towards the shared energies, okay? All right, the Seven of Cups in reverse. They kind of see you in this place. It's like they know you have choices, and it's messing them all up. It could be that. It could also be that they feel like no matter what choice they make is the wrong choice. Like it's a losing battle, okay? Is what I'm getting with that. Yeah, they're feeling heartbroken about something. Excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. So yeah, they're heartbroken about this. They see you moving quickly away from the situation, okay? It breaks their heart. They also, with this Six of Cups in reverse, this tells me that if you have a family with this person, it's like they're feeling the family divide. Like they're seeing it in their head. It's like something they see coming. If you guys are to break up, they see like, you know, the whole family dynamic just being completely messed up. They also could be in this place to where like they know if it ends that they're gonna constantly look back in sorrow, okay? They're gonna feel really nostalgic about how things used to be. So that's what I'm getting for them so far. Let me draw one more card. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. For them, it would be very, very, well, obviously it's bad luck if someone breaks up with you. But this Wheel of Fortune reverse tells me it would be a stroke of luck that they did not see coming, do not agree with, do not want. So what I'm getting by this is like they don't want an ending. This just feels like they feel like the world's coming down on them. Okay. Also with the Three of Swords and all these, with the Seven of Cups in reverse, they could also think that there was like an affair or there's someone else or something like that. But that's not for everybody. You would know best. Let's see. Let's do some shared energies. Magician. Okay. Page of Swords. The Devil. Uh-oh. Strength. Page of Wands. Justice in reverse, you could be dealing with a Libra. The Strength card in reverse, you could be dealing with a Leo. The Devil in reverse, you could be dealing with a Capricorn. Okay. A lot of different signs possibly for this. But what I'm getting is that you've been in this place where you've been working really hard manifesting and making things happen. And you've been faced with a lot of opposing views or opinions, okay? But in their opinion, like in their experience, it feels like there are so many opinions in the pot that like they're not being heard. Like they feel like they need to throw their voice. They could be having some trouble with their throat chakra, like a blockage, okay? Just a really hard time communicating, possibly. But with this fast movement, it's like, you know, you're running towards a newness, right? It's like new ideas, new concepts. But with the Devil in reverse, I'm kind of feeling that, you know, at least on their side, there's, and, you know, this is between you. It could go either way. With the Devil in reverse, it tells me there's like an addictive personality, like constantly doing the same things over and over that like aren't healthy. All right. And again, with the Page of Swords, it's like, I feel like that's you just like moving quickly and even recklessly towards new ideas because you really just are done with other stuff. So it has, I feel like it has less to do with the new ideas than it does to do with the things you don't want to do. Okay, like the old ideas. You're running from the old ideas, and so, you know, you're in this Page of Swords energy where you're just like, I just gotta move, right? And that's next to your Chariot, which is the fast movement card. Okay? So there's that. I'm also getting the possibility for them, that Devil card, for them to be looking at you, something that caused them heartache. So this may or may not resonate. Okay, take it if it does, leave it if it does not. But it looks like some of you may have hurt your partner by doing like an unhealthy pattern type of thing, okay? But you would know best. I'm just reading the cards in all the different ways they can be read. So moving along. Yeah, down here it's like, you know, with that Death card, it's like, you know, how you were moving towards the ending. It's like with this ending, it's like you're going to be forced to be strong. But the Strength card comes in reverse. So what that tells me is that you might have a little trouble with like indulgence or being impulsive or just not necessarily, you know, holding yourself back when it comes to certain things, okay? Which is not necessarily bad, but it's a little more reckless of a feeling than if the card were upright, okay? And then on their side in the mixed energies is the Page of Wands in reverse. It's like they want to passionately come towards you, but it's like, I feel like they're kind of like stepping back at a certain point. They're like, wow, this person really doesn't want to be with me. They're like somewhere else in their energy. Maybe, you know, they see the ending. They see that you've moved on, and they're just like, they're stepping back. They're like, you know, throwing their hands up in the air like, what can I do? You know? So there's that. Yeah, down here with this Knight of Cups, you taking your love back. Justice in reverse. I feel like definitely you could be dealing with a Libra who would be very upset about this, obviously. But if not, it's just like, you know, there's a sense of unfairness, or to them it feels fair. It feels like bad luck. It feels like a situation that they just feel all beat up about, right? With this 10 of Wands, okay? What is that, 10? No, it's 9. 9 of Wands, okay? 9 of Wands, bad luck. I feel beat up. Like, it's kind of like a, I don't want to call it like self-pity, but like it's reasonable upset. Do you know what I mean? Because when something like that happens, obviously a person will get upset. But I do want to know on your side, the Justice in reverse, sorry, I can't talk right now. The Justice in reverse is telling me that there's a possibility that you may not have been fair, or they may not have been fair. Okay, this could belong to them, okay? But what I'm getting is like they feel like beat up, like they feel really bruised, okay? They may deserve it. I have no idea. Again, you would know best, but that's just, you know, that would be on you to determine. So I'm going to go ahead and start clarifying here. What have we got for Pisces? Pisces. The Hierophant in reverse, you could be dealing with a Taurus. 4 of Swords in reverse. And the Strength card in reverse again, okay? So on this Moon card, it's like, I feel like the energies here is like you are in this energy where you don't want to do things the way you've always done them, okay? You don't want to do things just for the sake of doing them. You want to feel like meaning and purpose behind the things you're doing. You don't want to necessarily follow tradition if it doesn't align with, like, you know, your passions or your higher self or your goals and stuff like that, okay? With this Four of Swords in reverse, this tells me that between the two of you, there's been a lot of meditation on this. When I feel like this is you trying to be strong, okay? It's like you meditated a lot, and it also feels like you haven't been able to come to a resolution on the inside, right? It's like you know your feelings are messed up, and you know you're acting like you're moving away, but you haven't quite moved away, but you're on your way quickly, but you haven't done it, okay? The Four of Swords in reverse tells me that you've been in deep, deep, deep thought about this, but like there's still like some sort of stagnation and blockage. And then again, followed by the Strength card in reverse, you might be having a hard time, you know, letting go of certain indulgences. And so what I mean by that is like you could be going out more and spending more money, okay? You could be snapping more often. I feel like because of the situation, it's harder for you to keep those things in like a balanced, I don't know, perspective, I guess. You know, which is not bad. It's totally reasonable while we're going through things to act like we're going through things, is what I have to say about that. So let me clarify the row of fast movement and your partner's heartbreak. Let me clarify that. This could also be Cancer energy, okay? But I'm getting fast movement towards new ideas just because you want ideas that aren't the ones that you've been holding. You know what I mean? You want to experience a new mindset, new frame of mind, something different from where you are. And so I feel like you'll run with anything right now just to escape what it is that your reality is. Yeah, there's a lot of escapism energy. All right, Knight of Swords. Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. Just moving forward with a new idea. Like, you've got your sword. Your sword represents your ideas, your thoughts, your perspectives, okay? You're just moving forward quickly. Sometimes with reckless abandon, but with this upright, this tells me that this feels very decisive, okay? You do feel decisive towards the end. You're moving quickly. There's a lot of fast movement here. Okay, followed by the Knight of Pentacles. You may be feeling like someone is a source of stability, or you may be feeling like you're a source of stability for someone, okay? But when it comes to this Devil in reverse, I feel like you're putting your resources, your finances towards things that are not necessarily healthy for the sake of the escapism. I'm not totally sure, but that's the only way that I can really interpret this on top of the Death card in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. That's the only way that comes through. Unless you keep giving to this situation, this relationship, unless you keep giving money to it, unless you're like the provider, which you very well could be, okay? If you're the provider, this just tells me that you're still supporting the relationship to some degree with like your finances and whatever type of stability that you bring to the table, okay? And then yes, the Seven of Swords. Okay, so either your partner or you, and this is what I'm getting because this is on their side, they feel like you just take what you can from the relationship and you go on your merry way and do whatever you want. And that may be true, and that may be warranted, okay? I'm not seeing what they did, okay, which is not to say that they didn't do anything for this to happen, okay? But I'm just not seeing it, so that's why I'm not touching base upon that, okay? But to them, it looks like you're just gathering your stuff and going like whenever you want. Like it's very, like they might feel like you're being sneaky. Okay, there it is again. It's like being sneaky, taking energy. Okay, that's what they're feeling. That doesn't mean that you're doing that, but that's in their energy. So that's what they're feeling about your energy, if that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and clarify the ending, okay? This, you know, you needing to be strong and them wanting to give you their passion because it looks like they're still very much in love with you if this ends. And it looks like it would be very disappointing for them, very sad, looking back on all the family memories if you have a family. memories in general if you don't, okay? So, yeah, Ace of Wands, okay? You're looking for a new passionate beginning. It's like you want to be passionate in a new situation. And from what I'm getting with this Ace of Wands coming in upright, there is going to be an opportunity for a new passionate beginning, okay? But only after this ends is what I'm getting. Again, with that Strength card, I feel like you're really going to have to pay attention to your indulgences, okay? The things that you allow yourself to do, like your more animalistic desires. I feel like you're going to need to pay attention to what it is that you're indulging in, okay? So what's between the Strength and the Page? The Empress in reverse, okay? Wow. This is like you trying to maintain your composure, and, you know, beyond that, it's like you know that you have everything you need within, okay? Especially when it comes to this relationship, it's like I don't feel like you feel like you need your partner at all. The fact that this comes up in reverse tells me that something is going on with you on the inside, and I don't feel like it's necessarily a self-worth problem, but it could be. Okay, you could be feeling you know, not super self-confident when it comes to certain things. You could be feeling belittled or small. Okay, but this energy is overall, even in reverse, it's very maternal, it's very caring, it's very whole. Okay, that in reverse just tells me that this situation, I mean, to a normal and healthy degree will mess you up, but I feel like you're still going to be okay. Do you know what I mean? If this situation were to end, this feels like you're going to be okay. And then Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Their softer side shows, and they want to provide for you. It's like they're looking back on all of this family stuff and this nostalgia, and it's like, I just want to be here to provide for you and nurture you and give you the things that I have, right? But you're not looking at them. They're looking to you, and you're looking forward. You're looking somewhere else, okay? It's like you are really independent. Honestly, this energy is really, really independent energy. You don't look connected to them at all. You look like you're definitely moving away. They're connected to you, and they're looking at you, and it's like there's a blockage in you. It's like you're not... I don't like that moon in reverse, okay? That tells me that there's something that you don't know, okay? So this could be like a self-sabotage thing. This could be like you're tricking yourself into thinking you want to leave if you don't. So in that respect, I want you to be very careful and really, I mean, it says you've meditated on it a lot, but I want you to imagine your life without them, just some, you know, so you can be sure. I'm guessing you've probably done that a lot. But yeah, oh my goodness. Okay, this Knight of Cups looking away from this Justice card in reverse. Okay, so you could be moving away from a Libra who feels very heartbroken about it. But if that's your energy, this Ten of Swords is you. This is gonna, after the ending, there's like this giant mental exhaustion, okay? It's like on the floor. It's like one of the worst cards in tarot, honestly. It's like, you know, it's similar to the Nine of Swords in that there's a lot of pain, a lot of depression. There could be like feeling backstabbed, but mostly it's just absolute mental anguish, mental exhaustion. It's like you're just done. All your energy has been expelled and you're left kind of feeling empty. Temporary, okay? I don't want to say that like you're going to be like an empty person. That's not what I mean. I just mean like, you know, you need to refill your cup kind of stuff, okay? So energies in between. Yeah, the whole thing, it looks like it just exhausts you, and then, you know, after the ending, I mean, after you take your cups away and go elsewhere, it's like something about that is just not resonating with you. Again, the moon in reverse. It's like you're not telling yourself how you really feel, maybe, which is weird, okay? Please don't shoot the messenger. I'm just reading what I see. This moon in reverse tells me again that it's like maybe... I hope it's not one of those situations where you don't know what you have until it's gone, right? Because that could very well be it. Just know that you are moving quickly towards an ending. If you are happy with that decision, I support you 100%. This feels like a warning spread, though. It's like, but wait, but wait, but wait. But look at you. You're going to be exhausted. But look at you. Moon in reverse. There's something you don't know. I feel like that's something you don't know. You can't know until it happens. And I feel like if you leave this person, you're going to be like, oh, but they always came to me with love and this and that. I feel like it's going to hurt more than you anticipate. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, okay? Because I don't know the situation. The situation could be very, very bad, in which case none of that matters. You know what I mean? If it's right for you to leave, you need to leave. Especially in the end, right? And this came up in their energy, but it almost feels like yours. And you know what? I'm going to read it for both of you because it feels like both of you based on just that. But this Seven of Cups energy, okay, it's like this is the choices I was talking about earlier, but this one is upright. So this ending, after all the pain, after everything you guys go through, okay, it's like you have all these cups to choose from. Sometimes it's hard to move forward and make decisions because you don't know what the consequences of every decision are going to be. But both of you at that point are going to have to make some. And then from there, you'll really be able to navigate, you know, your emotions and your spirit and your world. I mean, you can't do that from the past. You can only do that in the present future, if that makes sense. So that is what I have for you there, Pisces. I'm going to figure out what we can call upon for you, okay? These cards have a bunch of stuff like healing and whatever on it, and they have like a little excerpt on them. I'm just going to read whichever one we pull. What can Pisces call upon to really navigate this quick ending, this storm, this tower moment in their life? What can they meditate upon? A sign, okay. I'll just show you what it looks like. You are welcome to pause this and read that, but I'm going to read it to you, okay? Sit quietly and close your eyes. Ask your higher self to show you a sign that represents your highest development for this life. Whatever comes will be the most perfect sign to breathe life into your highest will at this time. Your sign may be a color, a feeling, or inkling, a memory, a guide or angel, something abstract or a symbol. Imagine your sign is gently floating in front of you. Light, energy, and wisdom shine from your sign and saturate every part of you. All is transformed, giving you full access to your higher will and courage. Be inspired by this newly found part of you. Allow it to reveal your highest development, your highest path, what makes you happiest. Open your eyes and continue to flow through your day. Okay, so that is that. Definitely call upon, your higher self, your spirit guides. They do send us signs if we ask for them and if we're willing to look. One night I had a dream. I woke up abruptly. I didn't lose my own baby. A close family member passed away. A baby. And, one night I go to bed and I wake up and I had a really crazy dream with a little kid. And I didn't realize till I had woken up that the kid in my dream was the boy who passed away. And, I'm all groggy and I'm waking up. I'm like, that was such a weird dream. And then I'm waking even more and I realized it was his birthday. And I sobbed. Okay, but my point is, not too much later that morning, I was driving away and I said out loud to myself in the van, I was like, I'll definitely be looking for signs of you today. And, not even a minute after I said that, a monarch butterfly flew across the windshield of my van. And that's particularly significant for him because, at his wake, there was a monarch butterfly flying around and we were all saying, me and my mom and my sister, we were like, oh, look, and it's like a Dean symbol for us. That was his name. That's our symbol for him. And so I told him I'd be looking for him and he showed up strong, like just fluttered across my windshield. I mean, I can't explain what stuff like that feels like, but it's special. So if you need something like that from the universe, from your spirit guides, from people who have passed on, it's like, if you ask for it and look for it, it'll show up. So that's what I have to say about that. You're getting a really good shuffle here. What can we give to Pisces? There we go. Pearl of Sorrow. And I'll show you these because they're gorgeous. I need you to see them. Beautiful, huh? Kind of like a mermaid. That's very Pisces vibes. Beautiful. Kind of looks like a yin-yang too, the more I look at it. But that is number 35. I'm just going to read the first little section of the description. These are all so unique, so I don't have them memorized, but they're absolutely fantastic. I hope you're not like watching the sweat drip off of my face. It's so hot in here. Alright. Here we go. Taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. You are going to resolve an issue through spiritual inspiration and higher guidance. You will rise up in full connection to your spirit and access a wealth of divine treasure. That which has brought darkness into your world shall submit to the light and be transformed. Have courage and commitment to your awakening, for you are a precious being and can go far on the spiritual path this lifetime. Okay? So I want to go back to where it says taking responsibility for your experiences empowers you. Okay? I feel like a lot of times, like when we do things in our lives or things aren't going right, okay, it's easy to say, well, I can't do this because that, and this isn't going right because that. If you put the blame of everything elsewhere, it alleviates the responsibility from you. So it's like, well, I don't have to do anything and it's not my fault and things are just happening to me and I have no say, right? It's like once we realize that we truly have a say over almost everything, you know, with few exceptions, like, you know, people passing away and stuff like that. Even with those situations, you can choose how to react. You can choose how to carry yourself and explain them for yourself and believe in something greater, okay? But with all the other things, it's like, you know, I used to be in abusive relationships, okay? I'm still not perfect, but I realized that that's a choice. And I'm not saying that abuse victims or you know, anything like that, I'm not saying it's their fault that they're in that mindset, but they are in a mindset that makes them choose to go back, okay? Again, I'm not saying it's their fault, but I'm saying it's very empowering once a person who was in abusive situations over and over, right, like me, I would blame the other. It was really easy, right? It's like if like he's the bad guy, then I can just stay over here and like I didn't do anything wrong. Like there's nothing I can do. Like it's him. He's doing it, right? It took years and years of learning myself and self-reflection to realize that the only reason I was there is because I chose to be there. And again, it's not as easy as, you know, especially for abuse victims, because, you know, there's Stockholm syndrome, Stockholm syndrome and trauma bonding and all sorts of stuff that happens when you're in abusive relationships. I'm not trying to, you know, downplay any of that, because that's all very real and very difficult to deal with. But what I am saying is, again, if a person is able to come to the realization that they create their world completely, right? They are truly the creators. Like if you don't like something, you can move, you can change it, you can build something new with this magician energy, okay? Once you realize that, you can really build upon things and make them, I mean, you can just totally change your world, and it'll start to reflect how you feel like you want things to be, okay? It's like, you know, manifestation and, you know, power, positivity and all that. But beyond that, it's, I feel like it's really energetic, okay? It's like you put your energy into wanting to, like, it's like I want to be surrounded by love. I want to be a loving person. If I start with me and I change me and I reflect what I want through me, then what is like that will gravitate towards me, right? So say I'm always blaming other people for stuff, and then I meet someone who actually takes responsibility, and I'm still kind of like, well, what are you doing? They're going to be like, you know, you need to take responsibility for yourself. They're going to lose interest and they're going to go somewhere else where they're with another person who also takes responsibility. So there's a balance, right? I did notice some off-balance situations here, so I don't know if that would be you or them or both of you. But that is what I have for you, Pisces. I hope this resonates and I hope it helps. So if it does help, if it does resonate, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.